everybody. This is Vessi Mink with the Music Train, episode 7. Thank you so much to all of you viewers for tuning in every Sunday. We love being here with you. I'd like to thank you again for viewing. I'd like to give a big shout out to all of our sponsors for their continued support, and also a big shout out to my partner in the Music Train, Mr. BK Han out of Singapore. Thank you so much. BK, without you, the show would never exist. I love you and I thank you. And also let me know where you're tuning in from out there on X, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, and of course, StreamYard. Thank you so much for giving us the platform to have this show. Without further ado, I'd like to bring up a very amazing singer-songwriter. Her name is Suzy Williams. We used to be in a band together called the Smiling Minx. This woman has taught me a lot in music, and just by her very voice, she's done that. And without further ado, Suzy Williams, welcome to the Music Train.
Miss Bessie, I'm so honored. Thank you. I love you, darling. I love you.
I love you too. I'm so happy to see you. You're so beautiful, my dear bandmate. Can it be that how many years?
My fellow singer, my girl, my huggable, lovely Bessie. I love you so much.
I love you so much too. Thank you for being here. Let's start from the beginning, Suzy. How did you get into music? I mean, how did you get into it?
Well, it's the only thing I could do, you know.
Wait, hold on a minute. Let's run your song.
Okay.
The Great Secret. Everybody, check out The Great Secret. Here we go. Suzy Williams.
Hafiz.
God was full of wine last night, so very full of wine, that he let a great secret slip, a great important secret slip. He was so very full of wine, and he said, there is no one on this earth who needs a pardon from me, for there is really no such thing. I say that there is no such thing, for there is really no such thing as sin. The beloved, he has gone completely wild. He has poured himself into me, and I am blissful, drunk and overflowing. Oh, bring all your bottles of wine to this table divine. The earth we share, and if your cellar is bare, the whole universe can drink forever from mine. And he said, there is no one on this earth who needs a pardon from me, for there is really no such thing. I said that there is no such thing. thing, for there is really no such thing as sin. For there is no such thing as sin.
Absolute perfection. Suzy Williams, thank you so much for being here today. That is such a beautiful video, and your voice singing the words of Hafiz, correct?
Yes, Hafiz. Hafiz through the translator, Daniel Ladinsky, who tends to live in the hippest towns of America. You know, he's currently in Taos, as I understand.
Oh,
Taos, New Mexico.
have you been?
But
Have you been to New
oh
Mexico?
yes, I went there with Michael Yost and the whole crazy gang of the music box slash Radio Venice gang.
The music
Yeah,
box. I've
you
heard
should
about
have
this.
been there. Oh my God, you know, and
So
I hope it happens again.
So we just had Michael Yost, your collaborator, here last week on episode
Mhm.
6, and so
So
to have
nice.
you for episode 7 is just 2 bangers in a row.
No,
Thank you so much for being here. I know you're very
bang
busy.
bang
Bang
bang.
bang. So, Suzy, I just want to tell you, since first meeting you, your music, you singing changes the air in the room immediately. Everybody's wondering who is this? And
Same as you.
where did she come from? And these words that you're writing, you've written most recently, I think you said when you turned 50, you had written 200 songs, or since
No, when I turned 55, I started writing. I'm 70 now.
Wow.
I'm 70 now, but when I turned 55, I started writing. So I wrote 200 songs since then.
Amazing.
So,
Why?
yeah.
What made you want to? And I've heard your songs. I've heard songs that you've written. I mean, I'm actually surprised. I didn't realize that you just started writing songs at 55. What was it that made you want to start writing songs?
Well, it's a story I tell often. I was trying to get my boss, Brad Kay, to write because I knew he was a brilliant composer, and he'd done some pieces that killed me. And I'm like, boss, you need to write every day, and you need to be a composer because that's what your calling is. And to prove that it's possible to write every day, I will do it.
Nice.
And I, the peon, your cook and your caregiver, I'm going to write every day to show you it's possible to write every day. But what happened when I started writing every day is I found out it was very good. And I'm very fussy. I'm a real critic. I'm actually annoyingly critical. And oh my God, my songs, every single song I write, there's not one song I write that doesn't have some like double wit, like wild wit to it. And also, they tend to be very singable. And I'm sorry I'm boasting, but I have had a little bit of the juice of the vine, shall we say.
Oh, very, very good. Cheers, cheerio. Okay, so there's a song called Laugh Tears. Although you didn't write this one, you sing it like you
My
write.
husband, Jerry, wrote it.
Amazing song. Would you sing it for us now?
I can't, but I could try to do it with you.
Mad as
decades.
a hatter, but does it really matter? Am I going insane? You know,
In a flood of tearful rain.
I'm on the edge of laughter. I'm on the edge of laugh tears. I'm on the edge of laughter. I'm on the edge of my last tears. I cry for you, baby, every night and every day. Though you wanna run away, I'm as mad as a hatter. Does it even matter? Am I going insane? I think I have. I think I've definitely fallen. I definitely have gone insane. How about you?
Surely indeed.
Thank
No
goodness,
doubt.
right?
No
So,
doubt.
so you don't drive a car.
I did, I could, and I could re-enlist. And I had chosen not to, but I'm such a bicyclist.
I love it.
Yeah. And also when I need a ride to go, say to Hollywood or something, hello, that's going to already be a good thing for the environment because I
Yeah.
won't be driving myself.
Yes.
That's the optimistic way of looking at it.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't drive because
I love that
mainly,
about you.
and listen, let's talk turkey here.
Yeah, let's talk turkey.
Isn't it true? Like if you drive, you just like someday something awful might happen. You might drive and
Oh
some
God.
kid's chasing his ball and he runs in front of your car. And oh my God, that's the end of your life,
That's
of your happy life.
God forbid that ever happens. But the point is that I really respect that about you, that you ride your bike everywhere. And also I think that uh it goes hand in hand with your lifestyle. You're kind of a bohemian.
Well, I'm a bohemian. I married a bohemian. I chose that.
Mm-hmm.
And I could have gone more straight.
Mm-hmm.
But
I
I mean,
remember
I didn't like it. I tried. I lived in with a swimming pool and all that.
yeah,
But I just it wasn't me. I actually felt uncomfortable
yeah,
being middle class. Although, now I think that's actually kind of crazy.
right.
Everyone should be middle fucking class.
Yes, thank
No.
you.
So
We'll put a
why is
dot
there
on that.
shame in it? There should be
Right.
no shame in having a pool, like a
And
swimming pool.
most people that are middle class don't necessarily even have a pool. It's very expensive. Everything has gotten very expensive.
I was just thinking today about somebody. I shared a post today about uh, you know cash dollars. You
Yeah,
know, we are more and more just using our card. We're using our card every time we use our card. We are giving money to the bank. They
right.
take some percent,
Mm-hmm.
and every transaction they take
Exactly.
something. Whereas
Exactly.
if you pay $1 or $50, it's not going to be taken by the bank.
Right. There's no transaction fee. And in the day of digital currency such as Bitcoin and Ethereum and things like NFTs, where people can purchase them with cryptocurrencies, you have there's also tons of fees because you have to transfer the cryptocurrency into a viable USDC, and then you have to swap that into USD, and there's a transaction each time you do something. Money, 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 money. Ah, so
Up
yeah, that
the, up the wazoo, honey. You know, every time we use our credit card, we are giving money to the bank.
yeah, that's right.
And they don't need the money. You
No,
know who needs the money? The people who you're paying. You're
right.
paying the restaurant. You're paying, the person who's selling
Yeah,
you the purse.
it should be that if there is going to be a fee, that that really it should go to the state, to the place, to the establishment, to tip the servers, let's say, or to,
Fee.
but
Why a
yeah,
fee?
fee,
Why a fee at all? I mean, why
right,
a fee?
right,
No, just let us pay the people that we want to pay.
right, totally. So what do you recall the Peace and Freedom Party? You know, um, how did you
Did
start?
you join? Did you join?
Well, you and I, we were meeting weekly, whenever possible in Venice when I lived there. But I know that socialism is an interesting subject. People don't really want to talk about socialism, but when I lived in Venice, people wanted to talk about socialism. They wanted to talk about everybody having enough, which to me, that's what socialism is.
Yeah, to me, socialism is roads,
mm,
parks,
right.
fountains, everything that we do as a group. It, it it's socialism, and why that's a dirty word, I don't understand. I
Yeah, me
mean,
neither. I think
I'm a dyed in the wool socialist
mhm.
because you put the money in for everybody.
Right.
You know?
People compare it to communism because I guess it's easy for them to do, but actually there's a big difference. Jim Smith, our friend, he wrote a book recently that I actually got just about the way that the world is going. I forget the title. I need to run upstairs and actually grab it so I can promote it here. But it's basically about what's going on in the world, and he gives a very viable account of history and kind of the path that it has paved economically. I think your boss might be there.
He's in the office at the moment, but yeah.
So when
But
Suzy says boss, you should see the two of them together. By the way, everybody, thank you again for joining. This is episode 7 of season 5 of the Music Train with the amazing Suzy Williams, singer-songwriter, my dear friend. I love you so much. You can find her. Please do subscribe to Suzy Williams on YouTube. We want to get her as many subscriptions as possible, and you're going to actually want to listen to every one of her songs because every one of her songs is freaking brilliant. This woman is I remember Jacqueline describing you as Technicolor, and I always say Bessie Smith meets Judy Garland. To me, like when you sing, you have that thing on stage, you have that pizzazz, you have that you have the star quality, but you're not trying to be a star, you just are one.
yeah, Bessie, I think the same thing could be said about you entirely. A previous incarnation, you said we
Yeah.
met on Abbot Kinney, but you and I met on the promenade.
Tree
It's getting more
Promenade?
defunct. Is it getting defunct? I'm not sure. How's it doing? I heard it wasn't doing well. But anyway,
You and I met on the 3rd Street Promenade?
yeah, baby. You see, here's what I remember, and
Okay.
you
Okay.
may not.
Okay.
Is that in front of Midnight Special Bookstore, I was going to see an event of my husband Jerry's. I was going to go see some wonderful event that he was putting on in this, beautiful bookstore on the promenade that has been long closed. And in front of that bookstore was this beautiful blonde, so young. She was as beautiful as anyone ever was. And she was all by herself, and she was just singing her heart out with this most beautiful voice, with a hit song in her belt. She was just singing a hit song. And I couldn't listen to the whole piece because I had to go and hear my husband's event. So I said, "My God, who are you? You're too wonderful." And you interrupted your song for a second. You said, "Bessie Mink." And I went, "Oh my God."
Wow. I thought that was on Abbot
I
Kinney, and
never
you're so
forgot your
sweet.
name. I never forgot your name. And then after that, Bessie, after that, um, I think it was about a year, 2 years later, you came into my life. I never forgot your name because I knew you were a brilliant talent. And I just knew you were just going to go far. I knew you were going to get famous.
You know,
that
your recollection of this story, it's kind of now peeking in my head. I think I'm like, it's just crazy how time flies, how quickly it does it. In a moment, you might think that a year or 2 has gone by. It's just crazy. Your songs. Let's go back and thank you. I love you so much.
wait. But you don't remember that. But
I remember you Yes, I remember meeting you, but I thought that the Midnight Special was on Abbot Kinney. And
No, I didn't expect you to remember me at all. But no, that was a promenade.
Okay,
That
wow.
was the Santa Monica promenade.
That's amazing.
Oh,
And that's
so
where I
that's
used
what that
to busk with my guitar. Give me here,
Yeah.
I'll play some songs. You have any money?
was.
But let's talk about, you go on tour. I mean,
By the way, can I tell you, Brad K is here. I
Yes.
just want to show you.
Hello, Brad. Welcome to the
Here's
music
brilliant
train.
Brad K.
Greetings.
Hello, looking good.
I'm
to see
talking to
you.
you, Betsy Ming.
I'm hoping to get a song from the two of you. Might I get a song, a duo right now? And I'm gonna put you like this.
You
Look.
might. Like, I'm just rooting for vegetables and stuff, you know.
Rooting for
I
vegetables.
want it now. I need it now.
Yay, carrot.
Yay, carrot. Okay. Wait,
I need
okay.
I need my Brad and Suzy fix.
All right.
Look at the rose.
No, we could dash off a quick.
All right, let's do it.
Should we do a song?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Live and let live. Give all you can give. Open your heart, mind, here. Look out, it's almost here. Non-judgment day is near. Getting old is no sin. Soft, thick, or thin. Tranny or straight or queer. It all begins in the mirror. Non-judgment day is near. Cut out that negative clamor. Prepare thyself to be free. Spring yourself from the slammer. Prejudice is a prison, you see. No need to repent, relax and relent. And you don't have to shed a tear. Make a plowshare out of your spear. Non-judgment day is near. Oh, yeah. She's wearing a burqa or a wig that makes her look like a clown. It's like a waltz or a mazurka, both valid, don't put them down. Live and let live, give all you can give, and you don't have to shed a tear. Just make some plowshares out of your spear. Non-judgment day is near, yeah. Non-judgment day. Non-judgment day is near. Look out.
So let's talk about your latest song that you do have on YouTube. You said you just released another song. What is it called?
Well, it's called It Was Awful, period. Awfully nice. So it's about a love affair that is still, or it's been awful, meaning the love affair is still possibly going on, but it's definitely causing as much service as it is joy. And,
Okay.
and when you have a love affair that where the person is, I don't know, not necessarily playing games, but they just, they're not committing. They just want all the juicy bits, but they don't want to, commit to the life stuff. And it's just hard because women typically want, when it's really, really great, they just want it to keep going. And men, of course, like it when it's great, and then they want to go after it's not so great.
Mm-hmm.
And but that's a cliche. Thank
Mm-hmm.
God. Really, most men are not like that, you know.
True. Yeah, and it could be either of the sexes that end up kind of playing the role of the one that leaves, depending on the
Yes, indeed,
situation.
absolutely.
Duke Ellington. When did you first learn of Duke Ellington?
Duke Ellington,
Yeah.
God, he's just part of the culture. He's the same thing as Eisenhower or or rice. He's like or potatoes.
I ask you because of the song Cottontail, which you, when we were in a band, the Smiling Minx with Maura Smiley, our friend that you introduced me to Maura Smiley, and you said, let's start a band. We're going to be an a cappella trio. And you're Mink, she's Smiley, and I'm the. We'll be the Smiling Minx. And I was like,
Also that.
you said you're the. And
Yeah.
we had an amazing time. I always think to myself, had I been more dedicated, we might have traveled the world doing the Smiling Minx.
We were charming, but it was an uphill climb for us at times. We always picked really hard pieces. You know, that was my nature, that
Mhm.
was Maura's nature, and that
Mhm.
was your nature. We all wanted to pick pieces. We didn't want to pick cute little easy pieces.
I mean, the
We
songs. If we could get back together, what a show! I mean, like Mama No Yo Tango, Mama Yo No Tango
Oh,
Visa.
wow.
Mora's like
Wow.
stand in that
Forgot
river,
about that.
stand
Forgot
in that
about that.
stand in that river, or Veselinka when you guys did the
No,
Bulgarian song,
Standing in the River, that was the easiest song we ever did. That was an easy one.
and
That
Cottontail. So I brought up Duke Ellington
Cottontail
because
was
of
a bitch. It was a bitch.
I love that song. Or now just because we're kids, because we're
No.
sort of small, because we're closer to the ground. I mean, your songs, I always talk about you.
Keep singing. Oh
And
my
we
God.
are big. Okay. Now, just because we're kids, because we're sort of small, because we're closer to the ground, and you are bigger pound by pound. You have no right. You have no right to push and shove us little kids around. Now, just because your throat has got a deeper voice and lots of wind to blow it out, and little kids who don't dare shout, you have no right, you have no right to boss and beat us little kids around. Just because you whiskers on your face to shame, you treat us like a slave. So what? It's only hair. Just because you wear a wallet near your heart, you think you're twice as smart. You know that isn't fair. But we'll grow up one day, and when we do, I pray we won't just grow in size and sound and just be bigger pound by pound. I hate to grow like some I know who push and shove, who push and shove, who boss and beat, who boss and beat, who push and shove us little kids around. Yeah.
Wow.
The 5,000 Fingers of Dr. T is a movie. I had no idea about that movie.
Okay, then Maura must have brought
It
it because
must
I
have been,
didn't bring
yeah.
it.
It must have been Mora.
But
Yeah.
okay, but listen, Vessi, I mean, let's think about it. I mean, honestly, children have a children's blues that is, unsung quite a
Mhm.
lot because they can't write about it.
Yeah.
But this song tells their blues because the children are told to be seen and not heard,
Mhm.
to be like definitely shoved aside and quiet time, dear. And everything has got to be, given up to the parents
Right.
Oftentimes, you have the opposite as well. You have children that are overly coddled and overly, you're given way too much attention, and that fucks them up. But what you need is a balance between, you know, like kissing ass to the kid and like dismissing the kid.
Right.
A lot of times the kid is dismissed.
Yeah.
Dismissed. The kid's feelings and
I
their
hate
whole
that. I hate
all
that when the
their
kids'
heart and
feelings are
soul is
yeah.
dismissed. You
And
know,
and you have generation after generation the same thing happening. But I think that what's interesting is that I mean, it has to get better. I think in the bloodline that we all come from. We all come from the bloodline that in all of the people that ever were alive before us in our ancestry, it's just interesting to see kind of certain behaviors continue to pop up and rear their ugly heads. Like there's some things that need to get worked out. Like as a parent, you find yourself like, how I think I need to go to school for this. How am I supposed to know how to handle it if I'm going to remember how I was raised? There was a lot of love and there was a lot of discipline, both of them, and a lot of dismissing of feelings because hey, like grow up. You got to get a thick skin. This is the world, kid. Come on, right?
the child of yours really feels left out or, you know,
They get
hurt,
all of me.
hurt about something,
Yeah.
that they can come to their mom
Oh, for sure.
and be understood.
Yeah.
And that's
They can.
all the song is what the song's talking about is we want to be listened to, we want to be heard.
That song by Dr. Seuss, Ted Bell.
Yes.
You wrote the lyrics?
He wrote the lyrics, right?
Yes. Dr. Seuss wrote the lyrics.
Oh my God. Betsy, can you come to town in July and sing this?
I would love to come to
At the
town.
Lit Show?
I would love to. Where at which show?
The Lit Show. Wouldn't that be a great song for the Lit Show?
Yeah.
I have
You
to
should come sing it.
I need a ticket to LA right
Find
now.
a budget for you.
Can I sleep on your couch?
Yes.
Okay. What's the date of the show and is it possible?
July 20th.
So how did you and Brad meet?
Okay, I was in a pickle because my former girlfriend, Maria Boylan, announced that she was resigning from the job of being my chief cook and bottle washer. She had already resigned from being my girlfriend, but she stuck around because, she's loyal and all that. So, but she took on the job of answering the mail and and so forth and doing all the stuff. I'm going to move to the outskirts of town, right? So we crafted an ad, and the ad said, "Wanted, creative musician needs assistant." All right, assistant must cook and clean and be able to do bills, and so we went something like that. Okay, and
LA Times.
we placed it in the Los Angeles Times, and within a week there were something like 350 responses to this ad.
Oh,
it was
good
one of the
Lord.
most successful pieces of writing I've ever done. And so I eliminated all the guys. Hi, this is Carl. I'd like to work for you. Anyhow, so I got it down to 30 names. And I said, "How great! I'm gonna audition all these girls. I'm gonna be like Florence Ziegfeld, the casting couch." Hey, So yeah, those are the days. So yeah, so I arranged for a bunch of them. I had them all on my list, and I said, "Okay, darling." The first interview was Suzy.
Wow.
Suzy Williams.
All
right.
Wow.
And she came over on her bicycle. On her bike.
You're cutting out. I
says,
can't hear you.
She
Brad.
says, "Yeah. Hello.
Hello. Yeah, the Wi-Fi is, I don't know what happened. I'm like missing most of what you're saying. You said that
Oh,
Susie was the first to arrive for the interview, and she arrived on a bike. And
yes,
then you said that your girlfriend was asking her questions.
yes.
And then
Yes, and so so Susie said, yes, I can do all these things. I can cook, I can clean, I can do all this stuff, and I'm very good with musicians. Oh,
mhm,
yes. She says, yes, I'm one myself.
mhm.
And so, hmm, that's interesting. So Maria says, well, what do you play? And Susie says, oh no, I don't play, I sing. And
Nice.
I went, oh boy, here we go, another singer. And and so that's when I first spoke up, and I said, oh, well, so what style? What do you sing like? And she says, oh, I sing like Bessie Smith. And I said, really, Bessie Smith? You mean like downhearted blues and stuff like that? She says, yes, I know that one. I said,
Wow.
Really? You can sing downhearted blues?" She said, "Yes." I have a suspicious mind. I knew this couldn't be for real. I mean, just the first one out of the box. And so I said, "Okay, do you know how about Weeping Willow Blues?" And she said, "Sure, I know that one." And that's when I knew I'd been set up, that this was not real. I said, "Oh
Come
yeah."
on.
Okay. I said, "Come on. Okay. How about Lock and Key?" And Susie says, "I know that one." And I said, "All right, come on over here. Get over here." I said, pointing at the piano. So I sat down at the piano, and
Mhm.
Susie hit her marks. And I said, "You ready?" She said, "Yeah." And I hit the introduction, and we both did Lock and Key.
Wow.
And it was phenomenal. She nailed it, as I did, because I've been playing this for years with my other singer, Bertha D Blues.
Uh-huh.
And anyhow, and when it was over, Susie and I just looked at each other, and we just looked, and I said, "Well, uh I guess I'm never going to be this lucky again. So you get the job."
Nice. I love it. What a great story. I loved
So
that story.
You know, this camera makes me look like Benito Mussolini. I don't know what it is. It's Duce, that's
Up like this.
what? Oh, okay. Oh,
Up like that.
I
Mom.
like that. Okay. Oh,
You guys look
well,
great. Stop
well,
stop it. You
now,
look
okay. Now I'm more sympathetic. Yes, please donate to me. I
you
can. Here's
listen.
Susie.
So thank you, Brad K. I'm hoping that you're going to be a guest on the Music Train officially. I know that right now you're kind of a guest as well, unofficially. So thank you so much for being part of the show. Susie Williams, we
Yeah.
only have 8 minutes left, and I don't think you guys know that the theme of the music show is that I write a song on the spot with a word from you, or 2 words, or a sentiment. And that's kind of how the Music Train started in season 1, only on audio on an app called Connect Club, where each of the guests, we were very intimate back then, just a few guests in the space would each give a word, and then I would write a song. I'd record it live, and then BK would turn it into an NFT. So I got to get my guitar
Wow.
now.
Wow.
Guitar now.
Well, 2 words. Oh my God. Brad, what 2 words shall I give Bessie? What 2 words?
Well,
Like
you could paint a picture too, and you could do anything. You could
2
just
words. Well, hard times. 2 words.
Non-refundable.
Non-refundable. Backstreet. Backstreet.
okay. I got something. Ready?
Yeah.
Out on the back streets, you'll find your way. Someday you will, telling you stories of days days gone by. It's non-refundable, this life living. No looking back, kid. This is it. This is it. It's your life. Do what you will. Yeah. It's your life. Jump off that mountain. Fly away. Yeah. Away. Away. Hey, hey, hey. Suzy Williams. You are a star. Suzy and Brad Gay. Yeah. How'd I do?
Oh, you didn't make that up. No, you didn't
I
make that
did.
up.
I just made it up now.
Way before. Come on. You mean that was on the spot? Oh my Lord.
That was on the spot. Granted, I was using a minor key, which helps me kind of, always that minor key. But so before we close shop today, Suzy, will you do one a cappella for us? Will you sing one? And that's a perfect view right there. Just like I know you're gonna want to have it like, maybe Brad can hold the camera even. Oh, where'd you go? Oh no. Okay, wait, she's back. Suzy, come back, come back. Here she is. There you are. Hi. Yes.
On the spot.
Or just like I don't know, any song you'd want to sing, like Somewhere Over the Rainbow or Lock and Key would be cool to hear that song that Brad mentioned.
Well, we can do that.
Well,
You know what?
see.
You know what you could do? Anything you want, if you want to.
Well, anything in the world. Well, I there's so much music. Let's see.
Ice cream truck. Ice cream truck. Ice cream truck.
Okay. I'll do ice cream truck because.
Yay! Thank you everybody for tuning in. This is episode 7 of the Music Train, live with Suzy Williams and Brad Kay. And we're so glad you tuned in today. This is Ice Cream Truck with Suzy Williams. We will see you soon. When is your next show?
Let's see. I'm going to be at the Unurban on Sunday, and the Lit show on. And I think that you should come and do Dr. Seuss
I would
on
love
July 20th. So I'll just do this sweet little song I used to do long ago.
And Dr.
love
Seuss
you.
fully qualifies as a literary figure, by the way.
Yes, he does. He does.
Yes.
Every time I chance to see an ice cream truck go by, I start salivating. It's no wonder why. When I hear those cheery chimes arising to the sky, I'm anticipating an ice cream bite. Oh my. Now Pavlov and his pooches postulated a new rule that you and I get stimuli and then we start to drool. That's natural behavior when you crave Eskimo pie. You're on a buzz, that's just because an ice cream truck go by.
I loved it. Thank you everybody for tuning in. This has been the Music Train. And don't forget, guys, some stuff that's coming up. The Tesla takeover is happening on June 15th in Muskegon, Michigan. Check it out. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be playing a few songs. And also, here we go. Don't forget also the promo of your music through the Vibes Web3 Music competition. We're going to run that and then the Tesla song here. See you next week.